If you're mad about Texas redistricting, blame Biden's DOJ. That's right. I've mentioned this before. Biden is the one, this reason why this is happening, because they decided to sue Texas for redistricting a few years ago. So this is all happening because of Joe Biden trying to be slick to save a seat. So we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Red State, and they report that 5 years ago, Galveston, Texas redrew its district map in a way that eliminated the sole Democrat-held county seat. Under President Joe Biden, the Department of Justice sued the county in a bid to hold on to the single Democrat-held seat, and in doing so, gambled his party's chances of controlling Congress. And now, Democrats are poised to pay the price. Texas ignites nationwide redistricting debate. And now in some states, they got rules and laws where they can't redistrict for 10 years or stuff like that. Now a lot of Democrats are clamoring to try to change their own laws that they put in place to try to fix things on their favor. And now that it's not working out, they want to go in and try to change things. It's hilarious. But earlier this month, Governor Greg Abbott called a special legislative session to address key priorities, including the withdrawing of congressional districts. The move followed a DOJ finding that 4 districts were unlawfully gerrymandered on racial grounds. In a letter from the Assistant Attorney General Hartmut Dillon, the DOJ contends that Texas's current congressional map violate the Voting Rights Act and the 14th Amendment. The DOJ points to the recent Petway versus Galveston County ruling from the Fifth Circuit, which held that the Voting Rights Act does not require minority coalition districts. Minority coalition seats are voting districts where multiple racial or ethnic minorities are grouped together to form a majority of the population. The DOJ argues that 4 districts in question were originally drawn to create minority coalition seats, or were the result of coalition districts nearby, and therefore must be withdrawn. Now, Biden's DOJ drew first blood. Again, this is all on Biden. Petway v. Galveston County stems from a decision the Biden DOJ made in 2022 when it sued Galveston County, alleging that the county's new district map violated the VRA. According to the county's legal brief, Galveston County is a majority white county with Black and Latino residents accounting for a combined 38.6%. Following the 2020 census, the county decided to withdraw its district map to better reflect the growing population. Between 2010 and 2020, the county reports its population increased by almost 60,000 people, and more specifically, the Hispanic population increased from 22% to 25%, while the Black population decreased, as always. You know, this is why Margaret Sanger has her Planned Parenthood all in Black neighborhoods to try to depopulate the population. But that's a whole nother podcast. But anyway, decreased from 14% to 12%, according to the county brief. Notably, the new map did not need pre-clearance from the DOJ since the Supreme Court's landmark decision in Shelby County v. Holder invalidated the formula previously used to determine which jurisdictions must receive federal approval before changing congressional maps. Although Galveston County was still bound by the other provisions of the VRA in drafting their new district map, a violation of the VRA would require evidence that a minority group had the potential to elect a representative of its choice in a district, but that district lines toward that opportunity. But Galveston County contended that neither the Black nor Latino population was sufficiently large or compact enough to create a majority Latino or majority Black district, a fact on which, as the district court for the Southern District of Texas acknowledged before the county's appeal to the 5th District, both parties agree. Therefore, the county argued that the new district map, which put the sole Democrat-held seat in jeopardy, was lawful. Again, so this is all above board here. The county argued that the VRA only applies if a single minority group is compact and sufficiently sized to make up a majority in a district. The VRA does not require the creation of a majority minority district if multiple racial and ethnic minorities need to be combined to constitute a majority of a district. The DOJ sued the county, arguing the VRA does protect coalition districts. Biden's bet blows. While it first appeared that the Biden DOJ's gamble paid off after a district court struck down the redistricting plan, the county appealed to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit. At first, a panel of the Fifth Circuit was inclined to side with the lower court due to a Fifth Court precedent from decades before, but chose to rehear the case in banc, according to the American Redistricting Project. The Fifth Circuit issued a decision on August 1st, 2024, quote, this is like a year ago, quote, reversing the district court's findings and remanded the case to evaluate the plaintiff's racial gerrymandering and intentional discrimination claims. Under previous Supreme Court President Thornburg v. Gingles, minority groups seek to challenge a map must compromise a majority in a proposed legislative district. So you got to make up the majority, as explained by the Federalist Society. For years, minority groups have been allowed to combine to cross the numeric 50% threshold, according to the Federalist Society. But Petaway v. Galveston County found that the VRA and Gingles, quote, require a single racial minority group to compromise more than 50% of a proposed district, according to the Federalist Society. So that 25% Hispanic and that what was it? What was the percentage of the black vote? Whatever that was, that went, the 12% of the black vote, those two can't be combined. They can't be combined to make a majority. In Galveston, neither the black population nor Hispanic population surpassed the 50% threshold. There you go. Congress hangs in the balance. The new maps for Texas were released on Wednesday. According to Forbes' Mary Whitfield Roloffs, the new maps, quote, don't significantly change the political makeup of any Republican incumbent's district, referencing the reporting of the Texas Tribune, but they do change demographics. So there you go. It's not even going to change the voting stuff, the incumbents. But Roloff stated that the changes would create 2 majority black districts where there currently are none, while adding 2 majority white districts and 1 majority Hispanic district. The maps could jeopardize Democrats' hold on 5 congressional seats. The Fifth Circuit's ruling could also impact any coalition districts in Louisiana and Mississippi, though should the Supreme Court get involved in the redistricting fight, such coalition districts could soon be required in all 50 states. In particular, General Counsel for Galveston County in the DOJ lawsuit, Paul Reddy, told the Federalist last year that had the Supreme Court become involved in the Galveston County case and ruled on the county's favor, several coalition districts could be upended. See, the main thing here is Democrats want to be able to redistrict now because they know a lot of people are fleeing these hellholes that's ran by Democrats and going into these red districts, red states, red cities, and which is making the population grow. This is why Republicans want to redistrict these things, because they grew more people and they want more seats. Of course, it's obvious, but the Democrats are trying to make it like they're doing something illegal when they're actually not. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.